I urge you to vote yes on this. Delaying or denying this vote is quite frankly failing thousands of veterans and queer Tulsans in our community.
Despite that plea, after a long, emotional public hearing and discussion at tonight's Tulsa City Council meeting, councilors voted to table a vote on adding sexual orientation and gender identity along with veteran status to the city's non-discrimination policy.
The policy is designed to make sure they have the same list of protected classes across the city. Fox 23's Jade Murrow was at the council's meeting earlier this morning when things first got heated.
Not all of us are focused on the budget, Counselor?
No,
that is what's been implied. If anyone wants to clarify,
I want to understand the stress of focusing on a budget.
Did you spend 4.5 hours on the budget yesterday? Did you meet with the mayor from 9 to 10:30 this morning about the budget and only the budget?
Well, this isn't a competition on the budget.
That's right, because we are focused in on the budget.
We are focused in on the budget as well.
Wednesday morning's Tulsa City Council meeting turned into a small uproar of events as the last item focused on the non-discrimination policy. The 8th item on the agenda focused on adding veterans, sexual orientation, and gender identity to the non-discrimination policy and cleaning up inconsistencies within it to make sure they have the same list of protected classes every time.
Building off of what we had in 2015 from talking to a constitutional law professor, they really verified to me that one of the best practice things we can do is be statutorily consistent, where we intentionally made sure this language was there in our housing ordinance, and it makes sense to just find that consistency and put it across our code wherever we can to show consistency as a legal best practice.
Some councilors were confused as to why the item was on the agenda that focused primarily on the budget and that it was being rushed.
I just have concerns with that. In all due respect, I have no problem with us doing this. I mean, of course, I support our veterans, I support my constituents that are part of this community, and the human rights part of this is fine. My concern is the timing and the perception that it might do to hinder us financially going forward.
Tulsa City Councilor Laura Bellis argued that it was far from rushed as the agenda was sent to councilors well in advance. I spoke to Bellis after the meeting. She says it was no surprise that an argument broke out as sexual orientation and gender identity can be difficult for people to discuss. But she says it's about the bigger picture when it comes to this policy.
It's really about actually working on making sure that everyone has access to discrimination complaint processes. I was trying to get our language in order and then tackle that because there are barriers to filing those complaints, which of course people are already working on, but I'd like to really zero in on that.
Covering news that matters, I'm Jade Morrow, Fox 23 News.
Councilors approved delaying the vote until September 10th after Councilor Laura Bellis returns from maternity leave. If the policy passes, Tulsa is expected to become the first city in the state to have veterans included as a protected class.